Good afternoon. I'm Rick Ackerman, editor and publisher of Rick's Picks. We look at the markets and assorted investment topics several times a week, and I'd like to finish the week just with a note on a conversation I had with a good friend of mine who is a high net worth individual financial advisor based in Boulder. And this is someone I've featured numerous times in my newsletter. And he is having quite a good year. Believe it or not, it's a pretty simple position. There's a heavy skew toward long zero coupons and munis, long-term munis. The return, mainly through a big position in Nuveen, has been close to 16%. That fund has been up that much. And they actually pay a 5% dividend, total return of about 18%. Treasuries, by comparison, have only been up 6 to 7% this year, and that would be mostly the long strips. This man's clients are up about 9% year to date, and would have been better except there was some exposure in gold and some managed futures. This friend of mine thinks that we are in or just about to enter a recession, and I know that's a little bit of a shocker since we're coming off a first quarter where 3.2% growth was recorded, but that, in the view of my friend, is mostly inventory growth and soybean exports. There's very little consumer strength in that number, and certainly not much in the way of capital investment. So he notes also that the Atlanta Fed, which has been pretty good on GDP forecast, has come down to around 1.5% on Q2. So let's say if we get just a little bit more inventory shrinkage by the end of May, we could be flirting with recession. It would be quite a shocker coming off, as I mentioned, that 3.2% number for the first quarter. So that's about it. You'll notice I've got up on the screen a snapshot of Uber. This is live, real time. And if you come to the Rick's Picks homepage, you'll see my forecast for Uber, which is included in a Lyft tout. But this is the first day of trading for Uber. We did take one small position, got long down on this green line, and out of half of the position on the rally. And I was looking for a little bit higher, looking for a move to the target, 45.33, but we never got higher than 44 and change, and it's slipping, but the trading has been really tedious. If you're interested in Rick's Picks and some of the forecasts that I put out, let me mention that, let me see if I can get this for you. All right, here's the Rick's Picks homepage. If I can get it to come up in a moment. There we go. And to sign up for a free 2-week trial, just go to the top of the page, rickackerman.com, and fill in your name and your email address. Click there, and you'll be a subscriber with all access to all the paid features. No cost for 2 weeks. Today, as I mentioned, I do have something out on Lyft, and I do think that both of these stocks are going to go in the tank, Lyft and Uber. And I have some pretty specific price projections here that are based on the fact that I see a further 22% drop in Lyft. And if the Uber IPO goes south to the same extent, we should see Uber fall to around, I'd said $37. Based on a $47 opening, but Uber began trading closer to $44. So we could come all the way down to around $34, $35 on Uber. That would be my forecast. It's not a technical forecast because I don't yet have enough chart information to use a hidden pivot projection of a bottom, but I see Lyft and Uber as real profit problems. Also, very interesting editorial in the Wall Street Journal op-ed piece that said that Uber's main problem is not going to be competition from Lyft, and it will surely be. There will be a lot of that competition, and competition from many other smaller operators that I've talked about in the newsletter. But also, Uber has a lot to fear from the government's cozy coalition with the unions, and government will tend to protect union labor. And the unions have already won some concessions in various cities that have affected Uber. In New York, for one, there's no expansion of the ride-hailing fleet simply because of New York said enough's enough. But of course, the pressure for that is coming from the taxi cab fleets and the fleet owners. So this is the home page, and the things that have dollar signs in front of them contain actionable advice, actual trades that you can do. And if you do subscribe, be sure to head to the Rick Pick trading room. Just click chat room there, and you'll be taken to a great trading room where we've got the veteran traders from all over the world who weigh in and post things that you can do in real time. So this is a very friendly, helpful bunch, probably more so than any trading community you may have experienced. So I would strongly urge you to come in there. And again, to take the free trial subscription, just go to rickackerman.com and put your name, email address up at the top. No credit card is required. So that is it for Friday, the end of the week. And I want to wish you all a very relaxed weekend. And I will be talking again with you next week, probably Monday.